Okay, so hopefully you guys tried question 6 out. This is pretty lengthy, so I want you guys to try this one out itself when it comes to it. So it's a response one, right? So it's questions. If you didn't do it, go ahead and do them now, and then we'll quickly do it there. Okay. All right. So the first question is, what is the probability of refusing selected person refused to answer? So refused to answer is all of these people. So my event A is refused to answer, someone refused. So the probability of just A, right? Just someone who refused to answer. Well, how many people refused? So you get 156 over the total of 1205, everybody put together, right? When it comes to it. Again, this goes back to last section to a basic probability question. Now B, however, what's the probability of getting selecting someone as 60 and over or responded? So or, right? So this is A and B. So how many people are 60 and over? Well, 60 and over, so all of these people. So total of 251 over 1205 plus how many people responded? Well, that's the sum of all of these people, right? That's how many people responded. So that should be 1,049 over 1205. And again, is there any overlap? So how many people are 60 and over and also responded? Total of 202, right? Again, over the overlap. And at this point, right, we just add, subtract accordingly across. So a grand total of 1098 over 1205 is your answer. Okay. So for C, find the probability a subject responded. So subject responded or is between the ages of 22 to 39. So or, right? So it breaks it off. So my bet A, bet B. So notice we actually did this already. Respond. We did for B. So how many people responded? We already did that. So that's 1049 over 1205 plus how many people are between the ages of 22 and 39. So right, 22 and 39. So how many total people are in here? So we have to add all of these people up here. So give you a grand total of 500 and I believe 33 over 1205. Oh, sorry, 53. 553 over 1205. And now, how many people responded and also are between the ages of 22 and 39? So this one's here, right? And then this whole portion here. So how many people are the overlap? 255 plus 245, so grand total of 500 people. And then finally, we just add and subtract across. So 1102 over 1205. Okay. All right, and then finally D, when it came to it, and I have enough space down here, so I'm going to do D real quick here. So D says, find the probability of selecting a person refused to answer or is below 22 or is older than 59. So we have three different things happening here, right? So again, refuse to answer we did in part A. It's up there. So this is going to be your probability of A, B, and C. We have three events happening. So probability of A, we did up for part A. And that was 156 over 1205. How many people are below the age of 22? So just going back to our data. So below 22, so that's everybody here. So 73 plus 11 is 84. And then the final one is older than 59. So older than 59, again, we actually did that before. That's all of everybody over here. So plus 251 over 1205. Okay. Now we have to do some overlap. So for this one, again, we have three events happening. So again, we're going to circle everything we have, right? So someone who refused to answer, so that's everybody here. Okay. below 22, so that's everybody here, and older than 59, so everybody there. So do you guys notice what the numbers are overlapped? The three circles are overlapped is the 11 and the 49, right? So we subtract 11 people from this overlap, and we subtract 49 people from that overlap. And then at this point, we just add, subtract accordingly to get our final answer. Which gives us grand total of 431 over 1205 for part D. Okay. And that's question 6. Pretty lengthy one, right? So it just gives you a rundown of how to do those all portions as well. Okay. Right, and the last question at the very bottom here says, a fair dice with 8 sides is tossed to the ground. What is the probability the dice comes up an odd number or a 7? So again, or. So odd number is event A, event B is getting a 7. So if you're not sure, right, 8-sided dice, so our sample space are the numbers 1 through 8. Okay. So how many odd numbers are there? Well, there's 1, 3, 5, 7, right? So there's total 5. Oh, sorry, 4. Let me say 4 out of 8. Okay. Well, how many ways are you getting 7? There's only 1, right? Well, is there overlap? Meaning, if I list them out, right, so event A is 1, 3, 5, 7. Event B is just getting a 7, right? So there's overlap. How many numbers do they overlap? One of them, right? There's only one overlap. So the answer is just 4 out of 8 when it comes to it. Okay. So if you flip the page, this is the last question for this section. So question 8. So a golf ball is selected at random from a golf bag. If the golf ball contains 5 type A balls, 8 type B balls, and 6 type C balls, find the probability that the golf ball is not a type A. So not type A. So my event A is not type A. Okay, well, how many golf balls are not type A? Well, there's 8 type B, that's not A, so that's 8. And there's 6 type C, so that's there. Out of total, how many? Well, how many golf balls in total do we have? So that's 8 plus 6 plus 5. So 19. So 8 plus 6 is 14. So a total of 14 over 19 as our answer. Whole process is not A, so everything that's not A, right? I didn't care if it's B or C, essentially goes asking for this question. Right, and that ends the addition rule there.